When walking for fun, exercise, or to and from work, everyone has the right to move safely and conveniently, including dinosaurs. And everyone plays a role in keeping roadways safe in the city of Crystal. Make responsible decisions, be alert, and have respect for all of the users. According to Minnesota State Statutes, a crosswalk means that portion of the roadway ordinarily included with a prolongation or connection of the lateral lines of sidewalks at intersections, or any portion of the roadway distinctly indicated for pedestrian crossing by lines or other markings. When crossing at a location with a traffic control signal, pedestrians must follow the signal indications. Do not start crossing the street on a solid don't walk indication. When the walk light comes on, look both ways for vehicles to make sure everyone is aware that you are crossing, then start to cross. Continue to monitor traffic as you cross. If you arrive at an intersection and the walk light is still on, go ahead and start to cross the street. Once the light starts flashing, don't walk. If you have not started to cross yet, you will need to wait. If you are still crossing, go ahead and complete crossing the street. When crossing at a location without a traffic signal, the pedestrian should put one foot in the crosswalk to make their intentions clear to drivers before starting to cross, and make eye contact with approaching drivers. Once it is clear the driver will stop, start to cross the street and continue to look for vehicles that may not be stopping or may drive around stopped vehicles. Please note that no pedestrian shall suddenly leave the curb or other place of safety and walk or run into the path of a vehicle which is so close that it is impossible for the driver to yield. When in a crosswalk, pedestrians need to use the right half of the crosswalk as much as practical. Drivers are required to stop and yield to pedestrians in crosswalks. Drivers must remain stopped until the pedestrian has passed the lane in which the vehicle is stopped. It is also required that any driver of another vehicle coming up behind a driver stopped for pedestrian cannot overtake and pass the stopped vehicle. For pedestrians that are crossing the street at a location other than a legal crosswalk, they must yield to all vehicles on the street. Outside of crosswalks, whether marked or not, pedestrians do not have the right of way. As a reminder, a crosswalk is that portion of the roadway included with a connection of lateral lines of sidewalks at intersections, or any portion of roadway distinctly indicated for pedestrian crossing. It is also important to note that if there are adjacent intersections with traffic signals, pedestrians need to cross in the crosswalks at those signals or another marked crosswalk. Pedestrians walking on the street without a sidewalk need to stay on the left side of the street, walk facing oncoming traffic, and not impede vehicle traffic. If a street has a sidewalk that is accessible and usable, pedestrians must use it and not just walk in the street. Finally, while we have summarized the rules for vehicles and pedestrians, it is important to know that drivers need to exercise due care to avoid collisions with any pedestrian on any roadway. Additional precautions may be needed if there is a child or obviously confused or incapacitated person on the street.